Wales. Our health correspondent James Crichton-Smith has been taking a look at how health and the NHS could affect the vote in the Vale of Clwyd. It's a traditional Labour seat, part of the so-called Red Wall, but at the last general election, the constituency was won by a Conservative.
Like the castles that run along it, the Red Wall of North Wales has seen better days. The last general election took its toll, but as sights turn to the next electoral battle for the Senedd in May, it's time to choose what ground to fight on. With a pandemic raging, health and the NHS will likely be more important than ever. John knows this. He fought and won a fight to keep specialist maternity services at Ysbyty Glan Clwyd after his daughter Molly was born not breathing.
At one stage in your life, you're going to need a health service, and you're going to need a reliable health service that's going to be there for you. And that's a matter of life or death. Everybody's going to need it. It belongs to the people of Wales. And I hope that when people go out and vote, they'll think about the health service and think about what it means to them and choose that vote because of that. I think there's a little bit of a lack of understanding on what devolved politics is all about.
An exclusive poll for ITV News can shed some light. 62% of people do know that health is devolved, but that means around 40% either don't know or think it's Westminster or local government calling the shots. Interesting when health is a central voting issue.
How important is the NHS for you if you're thinking of who to vote for in an election?
Very.
Very important.
Very important, yeah.
When you're thinking about who to vote for in an election, is the NHS...
Oh yes, be the first on my list. It would be.
Where's the NHS feature in your priority list?
Very high, very, very great importance.
Why?
Well, we're all totally dependent on it, aren't we? Especially at the moment.
The health service, though, makes for complicated political ground to fight on, particularly if you're a Conservative MP and also a GP, and working in a health service that ultimately isn't controlled by your boss, Boris Johnson in Westminster, but in fact by Mark Drakeford of Labour in Cardiff. Your hands are in many ways tied, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have direct control over the NHS in Wales, it's true, but there's a group now of 7 Conservative MPs in North Wales who can put together our weight when it comes to ministers in Cardiff, management in hospitals, and actually just trying to raise the extent of the issues that exist. The issue is that people often have treated devolved elections as mid-term elections to bash the UK government. So there does need to be some focus on the powers that are actually at stake.
And that'll be essential for the Labour Senedd members who hold seats up here. It's their government's record on the NHS that'll be being scrutinised.
But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Since 2015, Betsy Cadwallader Health Board, which covers the whole of North Wales and those crucial Red Wall seats, has been in special measures. It was a Welsh Government decision to put it into special measures, and the reason it did so was in part because of what was found here. It was here that the towel van mental health scandal was uncovered. It's a scandal that to this day continues to deliver concerns, continues to deliver headlines, and continues to worry many people across North Wales, but also across the country. For many people, what happened here and how it was dealt with has come to define how Welsh Labour deal with the NHS.
So why does the current Senedd member for the Vale of Clwyd, Anne Jones, think voters should stick with Labour in the Senedd after so many in her constituency voted Conservative in the last general election?
Because the issues, I think, are management issues. They're not issues around clinical health. They're not around treatment for people. The NHS is just not about a district general hospital. It is about all the other things. It's primary care. It's about community health care. It's about well-being. It's about everything. And you know, the Welsh government have embraced that and taken that on. And I think, you know, we just have to say to the public, the health service is very much at our hearts. And very much at that, and you know, I believe that we will do that job for the people, certainly in my area and across Wales, when it comes to the health service.
What is clear is that voters want the best for the NHS, and it will be a defining factor in May's election. The global pandemic has simply reinforced that view. James Crichton-Smith, ITV News.